As an artist, I'm constantly thinking about humanity, our behaviour, where we've been and where we're going. Throughout history and through the white lens, the black body and black culture has become an object of obsession and exoticism. By putting myself at the centre of the piece as the artwork itself, I'm asking the audience to challenge their perception of power. What does it mean to take? Will we ever be able to truly listen? Like the pages of a book, history lives layered deep inside our art, our bodies, our stories. Nina's astounding work with its many facets intertwines with my desire to uncover old truths, whether truly terrible or terribly beautiful.
It is pretty lucky how Claudia, the director, discovered my work on the internet sometime in 2019 and reached out about collaborating on this video. I had an instinct to trust Claudia, and I was rather excited about the opportunity to work with herself and Okenyo. The song Anthropology strongly resonated with themes in my work. My sculptures here are not fictional, they're replicas or models of what we have in public spaces. These are vestiges of human behavior, visual manifestation of history, culture, and events that happened across different countries over the past 100 years. Arranged to look like an artist studio, a gallery, or a storage space, this set brings together sculptures from two of my bodies of work. First is from my installation Bollard City, which presented a landscape of replicas of contemporary concrete anti-terrorist bollards from around the world where terrorist acts have happened. Second work, called Monumental Shift, unearthed historical remnants of a fallen Soviet regime. It's kind of a Soviet graveyard. These are original sculpture models from a studio of a prominent Soviet monumental sculptor, Valentin Toporidze, who worked in the middle of 20th century. Combining these two installations really starts to talk about the dysfunction of the human beings, about vulnerability, precarity, and uncertainty of human condition. Both the Soviet monuments and the anti-terrorist bollards were designed to portray something that imbues permanence, safety, and strength of power structures of the time. However, we know that in both cases, the opposite is the truth. Importantly, this is communicated to us through the language of beauty of the humankind, beauty of art, and what we're capable of creating as well as destroying. The passing of time, expressed through the crumbling materiality of these sculptures, gives them an emotional quality, revealing the deep sadness and bringing to our attention the history of violence they embody beyond their classical beauty. It's like a case study of anthropology. And Okenyo expands all these ideas through music, movement, and storytelling in this video, recontextualizing them through a new lens as a black female artist. History here comes together visually as a reminder of what has been and what can be.
I've always been inspired by artists that are ambitious and have an eye for beauty and depth. I think both Nina and Claudia possess these qualities in spades, and when you bring an exceptional team together, from cast and crew to volunteers and friends, astounding things can happen. It's a process that can be both challenging and rewarding all at once. This piece and the intimacy embedded underneath its inherent loudness is very personal and precious to me. A genesis inspired by the story of Sarti Batman, an African woman who was shipped to Britain to be put on display for her otherness to be gawked at. And of course, my own ongoing dialogue about identity and belonging. Also inspired by my love of horror films, a terrific genre that when done well can hold tension, terror, and humour simultaneously. I've always loved to create work that, if people want to, they can delve deeper into it and see multiple layers. And what was interesting was that the more time I spent on set as a sculptor, in the presence of real sculptures with old and new histories, it made me realise that without effort, the works were beginning to talk to each other in a way that I could never have dreamed of.
You sleeping but trying to take all of me. Keep me at arm's You gotta do what you gotta do. Keep me at arm's You gotta do what you gotta do. There's You gotta do what you gotta do.